All right, welcome back, everyone. As you know, we've got Troy Johnson here in studio with us. We are going to get now into the Del Mar Wine and Food Festival. It's amazing because I think the best interviews are when you have someone who's in studio. You're here for a reason, right? We're here to talk about the Del Mar Wine and Food Festival, but we spent about 30 minutes just cutting it.
That was 30 minutes.
Cutting it up on food, your beginnings, getting started.
I'm so sorry.
And don't apologize. No, I'm celebrating this because, look, we can talk the Del Mar Wine and Food Festival, and that could take another 30 minutes. But I think the best thing is that we're having a good time, and I think that's awesome. And that's also what we want people to do at the Del Mar Wine and Food Fest. This is not something where you should be intimidated by trying to get out here to go do. This is something that's open for everybody. Tickets are obviously still on sale.
Yep.
And this is an awesome time to get out because I think that I was telling you, and you guys were talking about your toddler. We've got a toddler at home. It's hard to find and pick new restaurants to go to. This is an opportunity for you to literally start crossing things off the list. You guys have so many incredible stops here.
Vegas buffet them all on a perfect stretch of grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of the most special things that, not everything that we've done with San Diego Magazine and anything else we've done has been good. I've had a lot of TV canceled, but this thing is awesome.
Yeah.
And the reason why we did it, I was sitting around and, there's 5 of us that started this in a trailer in Del Mar. And the whole idea was to raise awareness for the moms and pops and the Michelin stars and the people that really make the food and drink culture of San Diego, Baja, and this hyper
the whole
region.
Yeah.
Southern California, this whole culture is the reason we did it was to raise that up on a national stage, right? And I knew that what can I do for San Diego? I didn't leave San Diego when I got on TV because I wanted to help build the culture here. That was the main thing. I'm like, if everybody leaves here, this city is just going to be a souvenir cup of California, right? So if we can take all of the best chefs and our favorite moms and pops and everything, put them on the same grass, and then invite all my Food Network friends and to the same grass, they bring their lights in, and that shines onto somebody in Body or Logan, somebody in Convoy, somebody, a chef that made it to the top and is now a Michelin and worked their butts off for 20 years.
Yeah.
And we didn't know how it was going to go. I mean, that first year was insane. It was
2023, right? Was the first year?
Yeah. Oh, God, I don't even remember now at this point. Yeah, but it was, my wife and I had just rebuilt San Diego Magazine, and we had a baby the same week we took over a mid-sized media company coming out of a global pandemic. Don't do both those things.
Kudos to you guys. Wow.
It was so much work. It was I'm not joking when I say 21-hour days. Going to sleep at 1, getting up at 5. Anyways, we finally got it to a spot where it was working.
Yeah.
It was, San Diego Magazine felt alive and good. We're getting good feedback, and the business model's coming back, and my wife goes, okay, now we're going to launch the biggest wine and food festival the San Diego's ever seen. I'm like, oh God, don't do it to me again. No.
Right.
No, but we partner with Feeding San Diego at the gates. One of the most important things, obviously, for me is to be able to tell the stories of people living and working in San Diego, especially the food scene, because that's where I'm at. And ideally, farmers. I mean, as we go on in San Diego, and there's some of the farmers and the ranchers and everything else have been part of what we've done. But I want to get, and the fishermen, I want to get everybody in there.
Yeah.
But also to give back to Feeding San Diego, because look, you study food for long enough. One of the stats that I always cite. 2018, we wasted enough food in this country to fill the Empire State Building 91 times. We waste 40% of food. And it's not out of, we're not jerks. We're not just like, food,
No, right.
We're not, like some kind of weird Bacchanalian King Lear sort of thing. It's just that the systems are bad, right? And that we would have all this food that's almost perfectly good, and in 2 days it's going to go bad. You need somebody to intercept that food, perfectly good food, and get it to other people. And that's what Feeding San Diego does.
Yeah.
So if you're going to cover food and you're going to have an event like this, you better be doing something for the community, for somebody who helps people in need. Yeah. And they're just a hunger relief organization. I think they're one of the best. So we've been able to raise $100,000 for them. And it's awesome. Yeah. And we'll raise more and more, and the festival's gotten bigger and bigger.
And they can stretch those dollars so much.
So great.
Yeah. It's so amazing when we do those interviews with Feeding San Diego, and they're telling you about how far they can stretch $1. You're just like it's incredible. It's incredible work. It's an incredible organization.
Yeah. So so the festival, It got big real quick.
Yeah.
It was special. You knew it the first year you were. I didn't know. I actually looked at my partner. He hates when I say this. His name's Chris Finn. He's one of my core partners. And I go, dude, I got all the chefs and I got all the people and I kind of, I'm the culinary director, so I did all this and he was in charge of operations and a great person, Allie, that works with us in charge of operations. And I go, when I showed up, I'm like, is this going to be Fire Festival? Is T-Pain going to be crying in the corner? Bologna sandwiches just like rolling down the street, and I show up and you see it and you see that grass and you see all those chefs and all that cooks. It is a real party for the city. In this perfect grass over the ridges going towards the ocean. You're like, what is this? It's a Narnia.
I couldn't believe it the first time that we went. We went last year, my wife and I, and it was like we joke. There's one of my coworkers, her and her husband. We both have toddlers, and we're like, it's our one parents' night out, double date, like day thing.
And you're home by 7, or if you want to go to the after party.
No,
I stayed out
I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know what time I ended up being back home. I got safely home, but I don't know what time it was. But it was. You go into it with these like expectations of like, oh, there's gonna be like lines and we'll be patient. But like you guys do such a good job of curating everything. I remember there was this. She's gonna kill me for saying this, but her husband loves tuna tartare, and I think it was the Pachanga chef who was there who was serving out these tostadas with a little bit of tuna tartare on, and he went back like 3 or 4 times. I kept looking at him, and he just had a new one every time, and I'm like, Louis, are you gonna eat that or what? And he goes, no, this is my 4th one. And I'm just like, there's no line? He goes, no, I mean, it's a little line, but like everybody's cooking, everybody's going, there's not a bad time to be had there.
Well, and that's what I don't like food festivals. I've never liked big food festivals for the simple reason that they feel too packed.
Right.
They feel too packed. They feel like you're always in line. It's just so much trash everywhere. And this is not me. This is the operations of this festival. And there's Guy and Mark Murphy who showed up. I want to mention them, and the Food Network chefs. They didn't have to do this, and I couldn't pay them the first year. I said, look, you guys, we've been friends for a long time. I'm trying to do something special for San Diego. Would you guys show up and use your talents? I'll fly you out. I'll put you up in a nice hotel. They get thousands. Guy, I don't know what he gets, $75 million to show up somewhere. Jeez. And he said, look, I'll do it. It's for San Diego. He loves San Diego.
Yeah.
So he showed up. They all showed up.
Which is so cool. Especially, because you make these connections in the industry. And look, they're busy people, right? Like they have things that are going on. But the fact that you have that connection with them, I think it also speaks to the nature of what it is that you're doing with this festival.
Yeah. Look, I didn't tell the stories of San Diego's food and drink culture for money. If you want to make money, you go to be a doctor. You go be a dentist, like I said earlier. I did it because I'm passionate about it. Because I want to help build this culture of the city.
Yeah.
And dumb or not, I've stayed here to do that. And when you do it for those reasons, and you've been in the trenches with them, I didn't tell their stories along the way in the last 20 years to finally get them to some place where I can make money off them. I'm like, no, let's build something amazing and big, for the city. And I think that just comes across. If you're a storytelling mechanism and you've been in the trenches with people for a long, long time, every chef in San Diego is like, yeah, dude, I'll do it. Because we've been there. We've helped build. I'm not giving myself too much credit, but I was the narrator. I was the translator, and we helped build something special. San Diego wasn't a great food scene for a long, long time, and not because of me, because of the fishermen, because of the ranchers, because of the chefs, because of the restaurants, the restaurateurs who took all the risks. I was able to translate their story, and I had a medium and I had a platform. And then even on Food Network, I would be the kind of ambassador for San Diego as well. So they all just said, yep, dude. And when they said yep, and you got to that grass, they didn't know what to expect either.
Right.
They hate those festivals. They hate them because it's another work day. Every single one of them, to a T, came up to me and was like, that was great.
Yeah.
That was so nice because the grass is so big. It's so spacious. There's no trash. It's easy in and out for them. They're like, this feels like our block party.
Yeah.
And the list of famous chefs continues into this year. I mean, taking a look at your lineup, you got Artie Sequeira, you got Manit Chauhan, one of my favorites. I would faint if I saw her. Chopped Judge, it is incredible. Mark Murphy too. Oh my goodness.
She like has such a soft voice, but and it's not like when she's critical, but when she makes a point, she does does it so succinctly. It's like,
oh, she's just because she's smarter than everybody in the room.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it comes off, right? Like it very much comes off.
And
like
I love
the
the like you know in reality shows you have like the big dramatic what sound when like you get a criticism. I promise you, I think that is edited in post for other stuff. If she gives you a criticism, I think that noise just shows up out of thin air. Like I genuinely think it does.
She has a soundtrack.
But to continue, I mean, Jackson Cobb, Kelsey Murphy, we got Claudia Sandoval, we got more. We have a bunch of different events here. We have the opening party, Rioja Uncorked. We have the Drew Brees Celebrity Pickleball Tournament.
That thing's fun.
For those of you who watch us, you know that we cover that every year. And then, of course, what we've been talking about is that 2-day grand tasting here. So, we are just so excited for it. Again, that day, can you give me those days one more time?
So September 30th is the opening party at that Monarch Del Mar, and then the grand tasting is on the 3rd and the 4th.
Yeah.
That's a 2-day big cookout, epic grass party with, Food Network Top Chef friends, and then most importantly, and even my Food Network friends will say that, is that it's all about like the locals and the Baja chefs and everything else.
Yeah, we have this. We have the website here down there on the bottom of your screen, www.delmar.wine. If you are interested in getting tickets, there you go, Chris.
Right there.
Thank you for helping us out.